Yeah, I saw that. We should be live though. Yeah, I saw that.
Eating the green eggs and ham book.
Let me know when I can full screen.
You can full screen. I'm just gonna go in and kind of figure this out. I just need a minute.
Welcome to the stream, guys. It's episode 22. We're gonna be doing This Week in Caps. If you guys are in the waiting room, say hi. We'll get started in a couple of minutes. You have the link, Pierre? You want me to give you a link?
I got it.
What's up, Rich?
You got it? All right.
Yeah, I got it. Hey, Leon, can you go into yours though and see if it worked? Do you know what I mean?
Yes. I'm posting the FHS link right now, huh? This Week in Caps. Give me 2 seconds. Is it a Laker game tonight?
Yeah, should be. We should wrap it up tonight, I think.
UFC too.
Oh yeah, the
There's a
UFC
big
fight.
UFC.
Awesome.
Who you got?
We'll go with the champ.
Israel Adesanya.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me see. You have a lot of stories coming soon. Campfire. Showtime. Oops. It's on the Showtime.
Yeah.
Swipe up. Link works. We're good. We are good. Yeah, I'm gonna do a shot like that beside the mic. I think like what you did.
Yeah. All right.
We are good. All right, let's get going. You want to get going?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, guys, welcome to the stream. It's your homie Leon. This is episode 22 of Views from the Vault. We're here with my co-hosts Pierre and Jason, the newly minted hat crawler, patent pending, obviously. Trademark office has been called to review that, hopefully. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the show. We're going to be going through This Week in Caps, our Keeper, Weeper, Sleeper segment, and a new topic or a new segment. We're working on the name for that, but basically we're going to be going through a hot topic, I guess. We're going to be talking, current events, stuff like that. So hopefully you guys do enjoy. But yeah, how's your guys this week so far? And you guys should be in a good mood yesterday. You guys smoked the Heat, right?
Yeah, we still need a couple more wins if they're gonna move on. We'll see.
Well, Cyclones went on the road and won today, so. But it was a long week. So.
I don't know, man. The Celtics still have a legit shot, man.
They do. I mean, they barely lost those first two games, and probably shouldn't have lost those first two games. So,
you guys gave away the first two wins,
right? So,
yeah.
They should be done with the series already, but they're not. So we'll get them.
Yeah. Neil likes my my combo wombo. Thank you, Neil. Thank you.
High praise.
Shout out to Lids for the AP points. This jersey cost me $5. So
nice.
Oh, wow.
But yeah. So do we want
Vlad could hit anything.
He hit
everything. Vlad hit a home run off a ball that bounced before. I think.
Yes. The guy.
Yeah, I think
it was amazing.
I think I'm gonna try to get the father-son combos of all the Blue Jays, I think. So I'm going to do Little Biggio, Kevin Biggio, and then Dante and Bo. So,
well, the other thing is
next mission.
Vlad had a cannon too.
One of the best of all time.
Apparently, he has another son that's getting ready to come up, but he's only like 13, 14 right now. but apparently he's better than Vlad Jr. So
Ooh.
we'll see. We'll see.
Well, if he was better, he'd already be in
Good
the
genes, right? Good genes.
No, I think you do.
No,
have-
he's too young.
Yeah, you have to be 18, I believe.
We signed Vlad, I think, when he was like 15 or 16 or something stupid like that.
Yeah,
We blew like
I
our
don't know if it's
international
possible to- I don't think
signing.
it's possible to tell if he's better though. Like, I mean, how are we gonna know that yet?
We don't know. We don't know yet. We don't know yet, but we'll see. But let's jump into it. So this week in Caps, Jason with the new logo. It was a lot of work stripping the old logo and putting the new little crabby in there. But you know, for Jason, we'll do it. We'll do it.
Thank you, John, for that from Ink Park for that cool logo. So
Yeah, really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shout out to Ink Park. But Hat Club, this misread red leg, that lady red leg one, that was confusing. Did we ever figure out who made that?
It wasn't Sean
Do
McCarthy.
you guys have any idea?
It wasn't McCarthy.
That was the first suspect I thought that would have made something like this, but I think it's an actual MLB hat, right? I don't know. It could be an alternate logo, but that's really interesting.
I believe there was a Batterman on the back of that. So
No, this is an MLB hat.
yeah.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people jumped on. This was a very surprising hat. I'm kind of regretting not getting it because it is unique, but it's the first time I've seen it.
Yeah.
You guys aren't big on it?
No.
No.
Fair enough.
That one.
We got Brooklyn Dodgers in black. Is that a common colorway? You usually see that in blue, right?
Which one? The Brooklyn Dodgers one?
Right.
Yeah, Brooklyn.
Yeah. I have that in black from I think I got it from the locker room of Downey.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, I have that in multiple colors. I have it in heather gray. I love that old logo.
And this World Series set, this is one. Is this the year that Texas like blew it? Like they were like really close to winning, and then they just kind of blew it. Okay, shout out to Rangers.
Yeah, I think that's an underrated World Series patch.
I like the leaf on it, the foil leaf. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
really reminds you.
Huh?
Really reminds you like fall classic.
Yeah.
Like really fall type patch. The original one was a felt, right? So it's cool to have them doing like proper embroidery. Nice looking hats.
That looked good too in the Campfire collection as well. That one looked really good.
Oh yeah. Did they use that patch in the Campfires?
For the Texas Rangers hat, but the Texas Rangers Campfire, the T is almost the top of the T is almost touching the eyelets.
Oh,
jeez,
it's so weird.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely not where it's supposed to be. The logo is definitely not where it's supposed to be. It's way too high.
that's weird.
Fair enough. These are a bunch of pink bottoms. I think the Arizona is an icy blue. These ones went real quick. I think the Colorado one is missing from this 4-pack. But these pink bottoms still flew. So after months and months and months of pink bottom releases, they're still doing
that. They went
pretty well with them.
Really fast this week, like ridiculously fast. Things had been getting better, but yeah, I don't know what happened.
I think this might have been just like a NoHo release.
It could have been because they keep pushing the NoHo date back.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah,
that would explain why they went so fast then, because it would have been a smaller quantity.
Yeah, because the original ETA was September, and September's almost over, and they still don't really have a date. So my guess, and I'm not trying to be a Hat Club apologist, but my guess is that these were a NoHo release. Store's not open, so they said, "Fuck it, release it online."
Yeah, I like 3 of the 4 here. I don't like the Brooklyn one.
Really?
I'm not a fan of that patch.
Okay.
That's my least favorite patch.
I like that patch.
I think it looks better here in the gold, but
yeah,
I don't like the they did a version of this with a 2-tone cap. It was really, really not a good looking hat. And that was a hat club hat. It was not a good looking hat.
Gotcha.
This I like.
Yeah.
I just wish it had a different side patch.
Okay.
And the one that's actually missing from this slide, now that I think about it, is the Colorado one, and I think that one's one of the best pink bottoms like ever. So I don't know what happened.
I didn't get it the first time around, so I was actually happy that they brought it back.
Yeah. A couple different patches here. I believe that Mariners one's is a icy blue, and the Yankee and the Cleveland, I think they're just green bottoms, I believe.
Yeah.
But different kind of hats, same kind of flavors. That Cleveland one looks really different with a white C as opposed to the normal red that we're normally used to seeing. So that's a kind of a cool kind of look. That almost looks like it could be like a Negro League hat almost. And then Campfire page 1.
Yeah.
That the White Sox patch, that's a very kind of rare one. You don't really see that one made, but
the one
you talked about there, the Rangers.
Yeah, the patch, these are some nice patches that they put on these. Like the A's one is really nice looking. That Seattle one's really nice looking. The Orioles one is
that Orioles is very rarely used. Yeah.
Yeah. I have that Orioles one. I have that exact hat, but in black. These are cool, man. I like them. It's a good departure from all these bright colors we're seeing, man, at the right time. You know, all we've been seeing is bright.
Yeah,
It's kind of
cool. Like pumpkin spice latte season, you know. Good time for it.
Burnt orange is I am not down with.
Yeah, you don't like it. You don't like
your workman. This reminds me of like the farm.
Maybe it's bringing back too many bad memories that way, and so subconscious farm memories. But yeah, I'm not down with the burnt orange.
I fucking love these, man. I mean, I don't. Yeah. I didn't go all in on these. You know, I went all in on the martinis, but this is these are nice, man. These are nice. I mean, you gotta, you know, if you're not comfortable in it though, it's, you know, the color isn't an average everyday color. It's something that you either like or you don't. But I think on this slide, I think Milwaukee looks great, and I don't even like that Milwaukee logo. And the Mets one, and I love. I don't know why I like the Mets one. I just like that Mets one a lot.
I like
a different kind of M.
That Expos one.
Yeah, that Expos one's great. It's so great that Just Fizz released it.
Yeah, that's, you know, I don't. So Just Fizz released that one. The one I like the least here actually is Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That bronze side patch kind of just disappears into the hat.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that one. The New York one, man, is probably my favorite on this page, though.
I would go San Diego, Washington,
nice.
Expos.
Yeah. I really like that dark kind of walnut color.
Yeah,
sets a contrast. Yeah, and then this is the last page. The Colorado one, I really like that logo usually, but on this one, I don't know.
That logo, when it's monotone like that, is kind of off-putting. It's too big to have just one color.
I really like the Cubs.
The side patch, Jason, or
yeah, the side patch. Yeah, I love that Rockies logo. That thing's awesome. But the side patch it's too big of a side patch to be all one color like that, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. That's why I teach their own, right?
The Cubs one is big. Yeah, for sure.
There's a hat for every head.
The Cubs one, they very rarely use that. Not rare, but it's you don't always see that. I like that bear kind of logo. You know, being an animal.
See, I don't like that one. I like the remember the bear head that the Cub head that they used on the Green Eggs and Ham pre-order.
The one that looks like a lemur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually like
Ernie
that.
Banks era.
I like that one. I prefer that over this.
Yeah.
enough. Fair enough. I don't know. Something about this one. It's more realistic to me. I don't know. I like that one. And then it's like got that same C in there. Kind of like how Aaron Bird did it with the Catalina flying fish. You just had the C with the animal in there. I don't know. Something about that. It's a cool look for me at least.
Yeah.
Chimuko dropped his devil head with the rail design. You know, Jason was schooling me on that. I like the original one a little bit better with the A's colorway. This one's still nice hat. Pierre, you jumped on this one, right?
I like this one. Yeah, I like this one a lot. I actually prefer this colorway.
Really? Over the A's?
I did, man. I wasn't sure I was gonna like this one as much as until I got it. I don't know. I just like it. I like the colorway.
Yeah. Maybe we should have a vote off. Take it to the polls. Let the people.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. I can do that after because I've got that one going right now. But once that's on hiatus for the weekend, so it's gonna start up again on Monday. So I can do this maybe tomorrow. I can put the 2 pictures up and we can vote.
Okay. And then we got to do another one for is it My Fitteds versus Ecap City? They both did a New Jersey custom, so I'll be curious to see what the people think.
I also want to do
keep
one
an eye on that, and
I want to do one that's the new Scottsdale logo versus the old Scottsdale logo.
The old one's gonna win in a landslide, I think. But yeah,
I said that too, and then Justin on the live yesterday liked the new one better. I'm like, I don't know, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Of the new ones, the Scorpion's the best, but I do like the older Scorpion better.
Yeah, the older Scorpion.
Let's take it to the people.
Way better.
Is this the third beer
colorway.
one that he
Third colorway?
Yeah. The other one had a walnut under, right?
The yellow and walnut, and then I think he did a yellow with the brown or walnut.
With the brown under. Okay. This one's the cleanest one, I think. If I don't know, something about black hats. It really makes the logo pop. Like you don't really get to hide anything, but clean hat.
This is my favorite colorway of the 3.
Yeah, I would say this is the more traditional like cap collector's hat. I would say black, green under. You know, this is a good hat. This is a good hat. Danny did a good job.
No,
I don't know if I can say the same about this one. I'm all octoed out. I'm octoed out. So
I am too. I like the color on this, but I'm not ever going to do a nylon hat.
Is that nylon? It looks like a
nylon.
It looks like a fake suede, like a nubuck or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was nylon.
That's nylon?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, it looks like it. Like parachute.
It looks like thicker though.
Almost
it looks thicker than because he did a nylon Oni that wasn't actually released on Hat Club that he just kind of released off to the side. And the nylon, if this is nylon, it looks a lot thicker. I don't think that's nylon.
Maybe it wasn't, but
that's not nylon. That's thicker than nylon.
It looks different though.
So somebody's saying
it could even be like a Pro Light almost. But
yeah, I think it's like that phone that like that fake leather stuff.
Faux suede. That faux suede almost.
Yeah, that's not nylon.
Well, whatever it is, it's not good.
No, it's got my favorite. It's got the walnut under.
Man,
walnut under.
Just like some things just need like Wahoo, you know.
Yeah, well, what is it? What is it with the? What was this one called? Because like, what is that? What's all over the octo?
I'm looking it up now.
How did it sell? Did you have a lot of people complaining?
It sold out.
It's sold out, man. Yeah, it's sold out. I mean, there's always there's a market for these
Slugger camo hat. Let me see.
Like, I want to make it clear, it's not personal. We like Danny, but
oh yeah,
he's got a huge following. I mean, like whatever, he's doing his thing, but like he's better than this. So like you don't need to keep going back to the well.
It says it's 100% polyester.
No, that's not right. But whatever. I mean, look, it sold out. What the hell do we know? People bought it. People are probably really happy with it. I'm just excited to see.
Yeah, but we can
what
share
he
what we
does.
think. I don't like this hat.
No.
You don't like this
Yeah.
hat. Jason,
No.
Jason doesn't like this hat.
Yeah, I just don't like that material, whatever.
There's
it is.
different tastes though across the globe, right? So like when I'm in these hat groups too, I'm sure you guys see it too. Like I see some of the European folks like some of these alternate materials and whatnot more so than we do. Even if you look at Just Fitteds, right? They do a lot with these earthy colors year round. You know, so there's tastes that differ, I think, from country to country as well.
Yeah, and I think, I don't know if this is true, but like they pay a lot of money for regular on-field hats anyway. So I think part of it is like, all right, well, if I'm going to pay that much for a hat, I might as well get like some kind of crazy material. That's my thinking. I don't know how true that is. I don't know, whatever. But like for them, like a simple on-field, this costs just as much.
Gilly found the original Dionic post on this one. It is tan nubuck fabric.
Jesus.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't.
Thank you, Gilly.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, and we did a poll like unofficially in some of the groups that we're in. People were posting like, how many Clink Rooms do you have? And a lot of the European guys were responding like 0 and stuff like that. So obviously tastes are different and whatever. Everyone's entitled to their own stuff, but like I don't know, like the crowd here that likes this stuff is usually, I don't want to typecast people, but like the people that like the big face, the Marvel, the cartoony stuff. You know, that's the type that I see. I don't know, but yeah.
Well, we kind of said the three of us can kind of, and a lot of folks that are in the comments right now, we sit back and we see this. So, you know, we get a chance to see what folks are posting, be it in Germany and England, wherever, right? And there is a difference in terms of the tastes.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, you know, because we are such a sports heavy country, a baseball heavy country. A lot of our tendencies lean towards that a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not going to say that we don't like customs. We do. We love that kind of stuff too. But over there, it feels like a lot more of it is in that sort of realm, you know, like pop culture.
Well, baseball isn't near as big over there either.
Right. And I think it's to be understood. So like the Octo Slugger, for example, there's a huge following out there, just like there is for Just Fitted's crossbats.
Oh yeah, crossbats are huge over there.
Yeah, right. I'm not saying it's as big. I'm not trying to compare which is which. I'm not saying you were either, Jason, but there's like a market for that out there that's different than what it is here. I think here we're just like, all right, enough. And I think Clink Room's making it even harder for us to embrace some of these things that are being reissued because there's so many more choices now.
Yeah, right? Pre-orders down across the board are gobbled up by Clink Room right now and Hat Club.
Mm-hmm.
Like Hat Club is doing a pre-order almost every other week, right? But what you notice is a lot of the Hat Club stuff, a lot of the Design Collective stuff would sell out instantly, and they would do a pre-order for them. But you're seeing that less and less now. So maybe
when you see one of Chimuko's things sit there, that's crazy.
Yeah. So maybe they're just getting closer to what they really need in terms of stock, right? Maybe people are saving their money and using it on the collections. But like even for the martinis and the campfires, they didn't all sell out instantly though. So
those martinis sold, man.
The martinis flew. I mean, they only had 4 styles that actually made it to the drop.
They flew. So within an hour, all of it was gobbled up by a limited number of customers.
Yeah. Well, the insider status is not hard to get if you're not at insider status.
Yeah, but the email's inconsistently on. So like there's like I have, for some reason I have one with each of my email. I don't need that insider stuff, but each of my emails that are attributed there got the email at different times. One got it right on time. The other one got it 45 minutes later.
And
I know the OG had a hard time getting the email.
Yeah, well, I don't even know if they were OGs. I think some folks were just complaining that they didn't get the email right away.
So the insider status is something additional you do have to sign up for. I had a lot of questions on this. It's not just having an account and spending more than $100. You do explicitly have to sign up for the insider.
Okay. So maybe like the people that sign up for raffles are more likely to get it because most of my stuff gets shipped directly to one of my American friends, either Pierre or TJ or whatever, but my email got it. And I've been signing up for a lot of the Hat Club raffles with my personal email. So maybe that has to do with it, because there's an extra thing you have to click to get the information.
Right, but listen, I was some of these things that I was looking at in the commentary, both on Facebook and Instagram, suggested that these were people that got the emails in the past and didn't get it this time. So I'm not here to knock down Hat Club. There's something wrong with that. There's something going on.
I mean, they're trying different stuff, right? Like the text drop sometimes doesn't work properly.
We can go into that in a whole different show, exactly how email works and how it's not a consistent medium. And I can explain exactly why. But yeah, I mean, email is not a guaranteed delivery. So I don't like how they're relying on email and text to communicate some of this stuff.
Well, maybe they need to hire you as a consultant.
I've suggested that in the past.
I think they're better. I think they're better off just having it drop at 2 p.m. like they always do, and just like be like, all right.
I do appreciate that they are giving the insider people access early. That's, and it is an incentive to sign up for it. Besides maybe the points, I don't know.
$100 though.
When did the early stuff drop? Did it drop just an hour before the regular drop?
It was at an hour and 15 before. And it was for an hour. So there was a 15-minute window where they weren't selling anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I mean, the easy solution is to announce that it drops at 2:00. Insiders get 1 hour in advance. Like, that's the easy solution.
But so in order to access it in advance, you need a special link.
You need a link. That's why the communication.
Otherwise you're locked out.
The communication vehicle they're using is email.
Yep.
Fair enough. So you send the link the day before. But I guess it could spread. I don't know. Whatever, man. I'm too dumb to figure this out. But either way, Hat Heaven dropped an amazing drop. They dropped 15 hats, I think, all at once.
Yeah, this was one of my 3 best things in hats this week.
Yeah, the highlights got to be the white tiger, and then the Scottsdale, the glow in the dark one. So apparently, scorpions don't really like the sun. So by them omitting that glow in the dark hue, it reflects the sunshine away from them. So sometimes when it's too hot in the dark, they'll start glowing, and they can control the temperature. So that's the story behind that.
It pays to have
I did my animal research.
That's the resident animal.
Yeah, I did my animal research.
Not only did you put together this slideshow, but you also did your homework there.
Yeah. And sometimes the glow in the dark, scientists have theorized that it confuses their prey. So it's like, what the heck's coming towards me? And
do they have?
Boom,
you mean it confuses their prey? Yes, their prey.
Their prey. Yeah.
So the it's Oinota tigers, right? It was. How do you pronounce that city in New York? That town in New York. What is it?
I thought it was Oneonta.
Oneonta.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. I mean, basically, this is just reversed, right? So the original is a white O with the tiger being orange, and this one is reversed. I love this hat.
Yeah. When I first saw this hat, it was a must for me. I was just been waiting for months for it to actually drop.
Yeah, because Hat Club, I think, is the last one to release that other version.
Yeah, and that was
a couple years ago.
Yeah, before I even really started collecting and realized what it even actually was.
It's a great hat, man. In our group chat, you guys were talking about it, and then one by one, I saw you guys check out, and I'm like, fuck it. But hopefully he does it again. It's a great looking hat. Shout out to Brian.
I picked up a bunch of
these ones. I think he did that Yankee one with the 2020 patch. I mean, Pancake made that famous, right? Ripping off the other team's patch and putting it on a Phillies hat. So I mean, if you're a Yankee fan and you want to be like Pancake, it'll save you from buying the LA one and desecrating it. But that Orioles real smooth. The Astrodome with the walnut looks real good. Any old school White Sox, any old school Cubs is gonna.
I love that powder blue.
The Phillies is a surprise.
I like that powder blue White Sox.
But that Philly, the Phillies with the Cardinal maroon instead of the red. That's a cool looking hat. I can't pick a bad hat here out of all these ones. So
no, I mean that's what's good about this guy, man.
I'm not a huge fan of that Orioles one. Just
well,
maybe it was the name of it
sweet.
that threw me off the most. He called it the Black Crow, and just knowing that it's not a crow, I don't know.
Yeah. It's a sleek hat though, man. That hat is a sleek hat. Name aside, like.
Yeah, because just that with the gray under, and that's all he really does is gray unders, right? He has a couple pinks here and there, but a gray under with that, it's perfect, man. That hat's just like super simple.
Yeah,
nice hat.
Yeah, one of his best drops in a while.
I think the
collectively.
Yeah, the Phillies has I think it's either 09 or 08 World Series, I believe. One of those two.
Oh wait.
Ken says it's
08. Yeah.
08, yeah.
Locker Room of Downey. They dropped a couple ones. The Paisley is kind of interesting. I'm not a big fan of this big LA nonsense. Like that's way too like usually people get their value in thread. Like that's, I don't know, whatever. The 3 palm tree one, that one's a re-release. Yeah. I think Chris ended up grabbing me.
That big LA one looks like a fucked up logo elements.
Oh man, it's just too much.
Yeah, it's too big, man. It's like obnoxious.
Yeah. The Oilers colorway is kind of interesting, but the outline's killing it for me.
I don't like that red outline.
Yeah. And then the architectural kind of one with the skyline, that one's interesting, but I don't know about something with that gray. It's kind of off-putting.
I think they kind of just messed up on making the skyline blue and the logo blue. If they would have made like the logo white with the blue skyline, I think it would have really.
I like that. I like the LA with the Paisley, but I wish that was a Paisley under.
Right, it's Paisley
under, right? Yeah,
it's Paisley on both sides.
Yeah, I would like it just to be the under. Yeah. That I would have bought.
New Era 2021 is going to have a lot of Paisley unders, I believe. So we'll get our wish come next year. But yeah, you keep the hat mono, get a little Paisley hit underneath, you're good to go. They had a bunch of other ones. Do you like this arched look? Reminds me of like that Life of Pablo, Kanye West style, kind of the arched old English. I thought I liked it, but I'm glad I didn't buy it.
I don't think we're the target market for these.
I mean, this would look good on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
But yeah, the East LA stuff, the Ice Cube with the huge, I guess like Ice Cube now with the reading glasses with the huge logo. Like I don't know. These are a miss for me.
I'm not into these.
I believe you called the one in the right-hand corner the worst patch you've ever seen. So they've taken that patch and put it on the front for you to kind of look up here.
I don't know when they would ever use that patch.
I have no idea.
That's gotta be like in the 60s. I don't know which World Series that is. That's gotta be 60 something. From the looks of it,
huge Dodger writing. The huge Dodger writing is interesting, but it's just so big. It's like covering the whole shit. And then the other one, the one on the left, it's like not big enough. I don't know. These are kind of a miss for me.
The one on the left, I don't know. The one on the left, it looks like something like someone at an airport would wear. Like airport.
I think it's a little short.
I don't like any of these hats, man. These I don't like. Yeah. Even the pink bottom. Like, why'd they do that to the New Era logo? Why'd they put the pink there? At least they did their own thing, because that wasn't a Hat Club copy, because if it was a Hat Club copy, it would have been a mono, or tonal, tonal New Era flag.
I'm not mad at the pink New Era flag. I know it's not for everyone though.
Yeah, these ones are a little rough. The only kind of cool one was the Lakers Sugar Skull, because I haven't seen it. I mean, it's not a great hat, but at least it's.
I don't mind that one.
Yeah.
LA Strong, like LA Strong with a bunch of highway signs on it. What's that about?
Yeah, I don't know. This palm tree stuff, man. It's rough. This LeBron, man, he's making everyone kill. It's not his fault, but like, damn.
That one might be centered.
It actually does look like it's centered.
The LA looks centered on there, Leon. That should be your kind of thing.
It's just, I don't know. I can't do it. These were cool.
Yeah,
so
they did a good job.
Their own. Yeah. It is interesting. Jason made a point that none of them have the MILB Batterman, and they all have the word mark.
No, just the Pinatas and the Loronas have a word mark on the back. The Mariachis and the Lowriders, they do have the MILB Batterman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what's on the back of the Lorona?
It's like a Lorona word mark.
Oh no, I don't want that.
Yeah. I would have jumped on that in a heartbeat had it had the MILB Batterman on the back, because that's a cool colorway of that one. But I can't do word marks on the back because I wear my hats backwards, and word marks just look weird.
Yeah, and the Quakes with that fault line brim is still one of the coolest kind of like little touches. Which one kind of stands out to you, Pierre, in this group? Do you have any that kind of catch your eye?
I'm kind of cope it out a little bit.
Okay.
The Lorona, if it didn't have the word mark on the back. The Pinata, I'm not touching that. That's too goofy for me, man. The Mariachis, I've seen that.
That Mariachis.
I've seen it 1,000 times, man. I want to like rebrand, do a new logo, because that one's been around for 4 years now, right?
Yeah, that's one of the original.
It's one of the originals.
Yeah, that's been there for 4 years. I want to see something new, man. I don't want to see a regurgitated color of that.
I do like that color. I do like that hat, though. The black and the red under. I mean, we're all fans.
Yeah. If you're a fan,
I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of that. I'm just tired of seeing the same thing.
Sure.
Fair. So this is where it's gonna get a little hairy. So the wind blown Batterman on the front, there was a bunch of them. I just picked the worst one.
What is that? Is that a pink squatchy and brim on that hat?
Yeah.
Is that pink?
It's weird.
That's infrared.
Infrared?
It's like an infrared pink. Horrendous though.
It's infra fucking ugly.
The what's it called? The Marlins in the top middle. That's a sneaker hook. So that's the Jordan 13 Flint. The NFL ones aren't bad. That Bears one's not a bad hat. The Bengals ain't bad.
That's not special.
No, it's not special. But I mean, when you put them next to these.
Yeah, you're right, man. It's like, yeah, you're right. It's like when you put them next to those other ugly hats, it looks pretty okay.
I don't. Yeah. That Giants hat would be actually nice if they put the Batterman in the right spot.
But why there though? Like, what is? We got to figure out who's. We gotta track it down. We got to figure out who the fucker is that decided that this would be a good idea. And I've seen people write.
And who at New Era or Major League Baseball is approving this? Is what I want to know.
Like sometimes you see players make tributes to people that write like a little number there. Sometimes with chalk. Like I know I used to do that in softball, but like the Batterman there is just it's confusing.
I don't understand. I don't understand that. I don't understand it.
And the worst part is not only did they put it there, but then on the back they put a fucking word mark.
What's it say on the back?
It says like Giants or the other one said Cincinnati or something.
Listen, this is all like they're trying to find their way. And they're just trying to do crazy shit. At least this isn't a copy, but
no.
I think they would have been better served to copy.
Well, yeah, so they're not copying, but they're coloring way outside the lines.
Listen, that's.
But the good news is
look at the squatchy on that too. Like, look at the button on that hat. Like, what is that fucking matching?
Yeah,
maybe on the patch or something.
Dank's trying to egg us on. He's telling us not to sugarcoat it. But that Titans hat, clean hat, nice little hat there. Yankees red, whatever, normal hat, cool.
Yeah.
What do you think of
What's
these?
Oh,
Exclusive fitteds.
wow, exclusive fitteds, man.
This
What are these
this
75
fucking,
bucks? Like there is this $75 too? Are these other $75 jobs?
These are the $60 ones, I think.
I don't know,
but
man.
this White Sox with the Angels, like how we've seen it so many times. What is going on with that?
What is it? What is it now? Minnesota?
It's the White Sox with the Angels All-Star.
Oh yeah.
What
Oh, they just like the logo, I guess.
Yeah, they put that on just about everything now.
So weird. And then
it is a cool All-Star game
Twins.
logo, but it doesn't belong on that hat.
Yeah.
That twin was a monstrosity.
Yeah, it's got like a icy blue outline.
Yeah,
it's rough, man.
I've seen worse.
I didn't say I haven't seen worse. I'm just saying that thing's a monstrosity.
Yeah.
And that green looks punched out. You know, sometimes when they make New Era makes like mock-ups with navy and it looks like green, that's the green it looks like. And then the Orioles with the very punchable face, they use the worst possible batterman you can use. It's like that with the raised outline around it. Like if we could just retire that or just petition for that never to come back, I think we'd be very happy.
Outline.
I'd rather like cut a hole.
I didn't like that green with that blue under too. I didn't even like it when Hat Club did it. So I want to be clear. This isn't just about exclusive fitted. I didn't like that colorway when Hat Club did it either. I like their.
That could be a terrible picture though. The picture looks washed out.
No, but I have these in here. I have some of those and they're ugly. I don't like. That's the one thing Hat Club made that I don't like is that green with the blue under. It doesn't look good. The blue with the pink is outstanding. The blue with the green is ugly. And that's something Hat Club did. I don't like it, and I don't like that they copied it because they could have copied something better. At least with Minnesota, they tried to outline it with icy blue to make it their own, but it's a poor job. You can't just take something from the undervisor, throw it on the front logo, and just assume it's going to work. This doesn't work. That hat does not work. It doesn't look right. It looks cheap.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is they do not take great pictures of their hats.
Man, you could have Ansel Adams. Is he a photographer? Was he a photographer?
I don't know.
I don't know. You could have some fucking professional photographer and give them an hour with that Minnesota Twins hat. It's still gonna look like shit.
No, I get that, but it doesn't help when all of their pictures look like I took them. They're just not great pictures.
No, they're not. But they're still shitty hats.
It just
we're getting a couple people agreeing with me on my battering take. Like I don't know, man. Whatever we gotta do, PSA. We gotta DM the stores. Like, yo, stop using this fucking batterman. Like, just stop. This was a slide of. I was worried about your blood pressure rising a little bit, Pierre. So we got the team describe making a comeback. I did not include all of the team describes.
Thank God.
They literally just dropped like 8 more of them.
8 more.
There was a lot more.
Team described. Like
yeah. Yellow, red, green, like a bunch of them.
I already don't. Listen, I already don't like exclusive fitteds because of their price gouging, and this bullshit where they're trying to elevate prices. But can I just drive for a minute here, Leon? Is that okay?
Yeah, let's go.
This Pittsburgh hat with yellow, and then the pink under, and then you throw pink on the back. This is like a crack-headed pink lemonade.
Okay, so yellow hat, if you take off the pink under and the whatever the fuck that back is, would you like that hat? It wouldn't be bad, right? Green under.
I probably have that hat without those elements.
Yes, that's not a bad hat. But
this is. We're probably gonna. I hope you put the sneaker room stuff in here today too, because I'm hoping to see that up here. But
yeah, they had 3.
Listen, this Pittsburgh hat is fucking terrible. Like, there's no point having a pink under on that hat. It matches nothing on that hat. It doesn't look right. This is them just trying to throw a pink under on there to catch another wave of sales. This is a garbage hat. It's garbage. It's garbage.
a lot of these look like they took a hat off their shelf and just replaced the undervisor on it and increased the price on it and are trying to sell it that way.
It's like put pink on it, it'll sell. But that teal one, that one is horrendous too.
Which
I don't know, something about that hat.
What is this? These look at the Pittsburgh one, the black one with the icy blue under. It doesn't. What is that icy blue under? What is it? What is it there for?
I think they think if you stick the colors that Hat Club uses, it'll sell. I think they're honest. That's what it looks like, and it is. It is rough.
So let me go around the horn here. The Washington hat is the least terrible of them all, but sucks. The Pittsburgh hat in yellow, the Washington Nationals hat.
Okay,
the thing's terrible too.
Yeah, the gold outline on it, the patches. I don't know. The whole thing is But yeah, go on.
The Pittsburgh one sucks. The Mets one. First of all, I don't think you should put a pink under on a two-tone cap.
I mean, Hat Club's done it with Seattle, and it looks okay. And Florida, I think. But whatever.
This hat doesn't look. It doesn't look right in this hat. The two teams I'm going to talk about those, and the Pittsburgh hat with the icy blue under. It's like I just don't understand why. I don't get it. You could probably sell more of them if you just put a green under on it.
Yeah. No,
you're going to piss people off with this stuff. Like eventually people will be like, why did I ever buy this? And they're going to equate the garbage they bought with them.
Well, that's what I'm worried about, is that this toxic, like we hate this so much that when we pick up the normal stuff and the real McCoy, that it's just going to be like, all right, like, I don't know. We can get into that later, but like, that's what I'm worried about. This is a
terrible hat store. This is a terrible hat store.
I would love to have them on the show though, to kind of figure out.
I want it because they want to enjoy their time on here.
Well, they would not enjoy their time, but I'm just curious.
I won't buy nothing from this place. I'm not buying nothing from this place.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I don't blame you. Sports Worlds dropped a couple hats here. So the 03 socks regular, the orange Marlins is kind of interesting. And then the pink bottom Marlins is kind of whatever. But
so one thing I'm not liking about Sports World is they are dropping some heat in store, and it feels like they're just putting leftovers online. Like not even leftovers, but like just other designs online. I saw some stuff on Facebook today of their drop in store today. Mm-hmm. It was fantastic.
Yeah, there was some good stuff. But like even that
and they did that last weekend too. And
remember the Rays hat, Jason? I posted the one with that's a great hat, man.
It's great. But then they're just putting like online. I'm like,
but they're taking fine. Their bread and butter there, right, is that local customer, honestly. So I do agree with you. They should put more, because their advertisement for themselves, for anybody outside of Queens and New York, is going to be this stuff, right? But they are doing better stuff than this. They're doing better stuff than this. They do a lot of sneaker hooks and whatnot, but they're doing better stuff than this.
Right. And so, yeah, I mean, like, I couldn't even believe, I asked some of the people that were posting this, like, where'd you get it from? And they said Sports World. I didn't even believe them, because all I ever see from Sports World is this stuff. I don't see the really cool stuff that they've been doing.
They sent me the two best hats I have seen outside of Hat Club in a long time. Hat Club, Hat Heaven, and My Fitteds. Out of those three, they sent me two hats, that Diamondbacks one and that Tampa Bay one, that I think are the best hats I've seen outside of those three vendors in a long time.
Yeah. And then there's stuff like this.
So that Friends and Family hat, the black LA, beautiful hat, but they ripped that one off. I mean, we had Ryan on last week. Was it last week when I wasn't here?
Yeah.
And he talked about, potentially buying stuff that he couldn't get from Hat Club. So I don't feel bad for people who have to buy it from another store. It's still not nice that they do it, but whatever. That purple hat on the bottom. So when I saw that hat, I sent to our group chat, and I was like, "This is just looks like a fucking J-Tips hat with a different side patch." So allegedly, this is the next J-Tips hat, but they just released it first. So shame on them for doing that. But weirdly enough, J-Tips has some type of relationship with them because he's posting pictures.
Right.
I
don't understand.
He buys a lot of his hats, or he has them order a lot of his hats that then he puts his Savior stuff on.
Right. Yeah, that's what I think is happening.
Yeah,
I think there's a relationship there because he's able to secure a bunch of hats that he can then put his custom embroidery on.
Yep.
Sure. So then either the store went and found the hat that he's going to drop at Hat Club later and sell it first, or he told, I don't even know what the fuck the situation is, but
yeah, that's why we just leave it alone at this point. Right. And now listen, if I could say two things. First, the friends and family hat club hat in the upper left-hand corner. That's another hat where I stick to my guns here and I say, I don't care if someone stole it at this point.
Because Hat Club is not selling that hat anymore.
It's gone. They've had multiple tries. Okay. They knew everybody wanted this thing. They knew everybody loved the thing. They did do a second run of them. It's over now. That ship has sailed. So now it's fair game. So I don't agree. I don't feel like that there's anything wrong with that. That's my opinion. Now, the other thing we have to remember, right? And I just want to kind of throw this out there, and this might be something that we could save for later, but I guess it's not. It's relevant for this slide. Is Hat Club can't own every color combination on the face of the earth. They can't. And I talked about this with Justin on the live yesterday. Like, these are small companies. So just because someone has the ability to put out 105 different colorways and color combinations, it kind of becomes a more limited landscape for the smaller guys. Now, that doesn't condone like that hat in the lower right. That thing's a piece of shit. But
you don't like that hat? That hat's not bad. The Blue Jay hat?
That's ugly, man. It's blah. It's just
I like that hat.
I don't mind that hat.
Especially
I would rather buy I'm not buying that hat, but I'd rather buy that hat than some of the stuff they stole.
But did they at this point, Leon, like if Hat Club continues to put out as much as they do and it's great stuff, there's not a lot left for everybody else to do. Because and not only that, then you start seeing people getting blamed for stealing something that wasn't even stolen. So My Fitteds did an Arizona iced tea cap colorway, right? For the boss with the Brooklyn Robins. And immediately someone's jumping on there saying this was stolen from Hat Club. No, it wasn't. He made that shit himself. Yep. Like, so we're turning this all into an awful lot of like finger pointing and whatnot. But we also have to realize that these smaller places are running out of options. So if as a whole, if the hat community is looking for different colorways and color combinations, which we are going to talk about later, right? That's going to be our like hot take at the end of our hot take at the end of the show. It's not leaving a lot for everybody else.
I get it. I mean, like you strike out a Hat Club, so you go to another store and be like, hey, do you have something similar? If enough people ask, they go and they make it. Okay, sure, no problem. But for you to find out, like, I don't know what the process is. I don't know if they're searching like the rep or the store or whatever. Like, I don't want to get in that territory because I don't fucking know. But it just seems like it's a big coincidence. You're going to release a hat.
No, Leon, you and I aren't disagreeing. You and I aren't disagreeing here. Yeah. I agree with you that if it's taken before it's actually released by whoever created it, I think it's inherently wrong and shouldn't happen. But however, if a vendor has had multiple opportunities to sell their creation and have heard customers say they want more of them and didn't capitalize on that, I don't care if everybody takes it. I don't care. I don't care if 27 people put out that black LA hat with the pink under and that friends and family patch that Hat Club used. I don't care if everybody and their grandmother puts it out now. I don't care. Hat Club had its opportunity.
Agreed.
That's not because
you don't
I don't
feel at all that it's
how much I love Hat Club. I fucking love Hat Club, but I don't care that hat was made.
They're not selling that hat anymore. It's
But
fair
do you
game at
do you
this point.
do you feel like that hat cheap? I feel personally, I don't know if you guys don't have to share the same opinion. I feel seeing this hat made by someone else, it kind of cheapens it for me. The one
It does,
I have.
for me, it does. Yes, for me, it does. That I'm not going to disagree with. But these are not. This is a colorway.
Yep.
And what I'm trying to get at, it's almost like a monopoly. At some point, it's almost like a monopoly.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean by that is, a bigger company can suck up all these colorways way quicker than a smaller guy can.
For sure.
So I have no problem if it's already been done and a smaller guy is now putting it out on their own. They're already being limited in what they can do. They're in a no-win situation, a lot of the smaller places.
Especially if they're going to get accused of stealing when they come up with their own stuff anyway.
That's
Just
what I'm
in my
talking
opinion.
about.
It's
They're
just
in a
like,
no-win
Well, here's what it looks like when they try to make their own.
yeah,
It
this
doesn't-
is not the same thing.
That's the other like side of it. Like, yeah, you're right. They can't win because if you steal directly, you look like that. If you try to make it unique, it looks like
hold
this.
on.
So
But there's two ways. You got to look at this from different perspectives, not just one perspective. Okay.
Right.
So one perspective may say that they're not creative and they don't know and blah blah blah, and which I tend to agree with, to be honest with you. But there's also another possibility, which is when you start taking all of the good ones, they're left with the garbage ones. And I'm not going to say, I can't definitively say which one's right or which one's wrong, but this isn't like someone drew a unique logo and placed it on the front of a hat. There's still a ton of creativity involved in finding these color combinations and whatnot. I get that. But these are
they're all playing with logos that are already established, right? So half the work is done. Right?
Okay, so so let's take that friends and family one. What if they take the pink and make it yellow, or make it green, or make it orange? I mean, would you still consider that stealing?
No, but I don't know, personally. So like some of my influence when I make hats comes from Hat Club, right? So I'll make a custom in their kind of colorway and see how it flies. It's very similar to like, Danny getting in a cotton candy or the green eggs and ham or whatever the hell. So I like that kind of aspect. But like, let's say that friends and family, they picked the exact same colors, but they just switched up the patch. They used a 50 or a 60 anniversary instead of that patch. Like that's still kind of like being influenced them, but at least you're doing it, you're putting your own flavor on. That's just me personally. I don't know. Like you could pick the exact same threads and the exact same whatever, just pick something different. And like the blueprint is there, right? Like if you just follow their trends and kind of follow whatever, but just put your own flavor on it. Like I'll be less mad at you for doing that than just
I don't know,
coming out with the same.
I don't know.
Go ahead, Pierre. Sorry.
I just don't have I'm caught between a rock and a hard place here because I do love what Hat Club creates because I buy it probably more regularly than most. And I love the stuff, but I also realize that there's times where there's not enough of it made. I agree.
Especially the early stuff.
What's going to happen is this is no different than a lot of other things we see in the business world. Now, I'm not going to say that I love to see that hat, which was very important to me at one point because I was one of 18 people that had it originally, something like that. It doesn't feel good for me to see it up there, and now it's like there's probably hundreds of them, but at the end of the day, man, people want the hat. People want the hat.
And then about that purple New York one, we already know that J-Tips has a relationship with this store. So I don't want to put it all on this store saying they're stealing it and releasing it early. We don't know what happened, right? Maybe J-Tip said, hey, you can do this one too. I don't know. So I just don't want to jump to the assumption that they're
and I said this yesterday on the live with Justin. I don't know if you guys caught this part of it, but we don't even know if it's a rep that's going into these locations and saying, hey, here's 5 or 6 things I'd like to show you that I think you should try.
Sure.
We're not there when these conversations are happening.
Yeah, we don't know that. We don't know that.
Yep.
And
I mean,
my
Pierre
job,
does
my
that.
job
They bunch
isn't
of stuff and they put it in.
my job, your job, Leon, Jason's job, we all know this, is not to like make this a one-sided type of conversation. We have to also look at other sides of this. And I know just from being on this planet for 43 years that there's always multiple sides to things. And we certainly are not omniscient. We don't see everything that's going on. We don't hear every conversation. We don't know if someone walked in and it was a rep who's looking to make themselves look better and says, hey, I think you should try these 5 designs. We don't know.
Yep.
Well, it might be easier for them to just say like, okay, how many of these do you want, as opposed to letting the store kind of pick through and mock up and change whatever. It might be easier for them to do that. Who knows, right? We don't have feet on the street and talking to all the stores either. So yeah, you're right. But I don't know. It's not a black and white scenario though. I think either.
There's a lapse in integrity. There's a lapse in integrity somewhere.
Yes.
So, yeah. This is where I'll land the plane on this for myself, right? And then we can kind of, if you guys want to share your perspective, we can move on. But like, let's take the Campfire Expos hat from Just Fitteds. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lapse in integrity somewhere. Either A, they found a way to identify the material ID of what Hat Club is producing, and then takes it and does it before they do. Or B, there's a rep that goes in there and is feeding them some of these things and showing them things, and they don't, and maybe they know or maybe they don't know where it's coming from. My point is, we don't know.
No.
But that we do know one thing: there's a lapse in integrity somewhere. So I would leave it at that.
I think the problem.
Go ahead, Leon.
I would just say, I think the problem starts from the top. It's a New Era issue. New Era lets other stores order other store stuff. So, we can debate whether or not it's morally correct or legally whatever. At the end of the day,
it's perfectly legal. It's perfectly legal. We know that. That we know. It's legal. But at the end of the day,
ethical,
New Era wants to make money.
All that. Yeah.
New Era
is it ethical? Is it moral? All that stuff. So it's a New Era issue. Like, if New Era didn't want it to happen, then they wouldn't allow it to happen. But
have you guys ever worked in a workplace where there's hungry people that'll do anything to get to the top? Mm-hmm. I have.
Yeah, I've been in sales.
Yeah, we've seen that.
People calling over people stealing sales. Yeah, I've seen it.
You're going to tell me that there might not be a New Era rep that would do the same thing? Come on, man. Right? I'm not. Listen, I'm just saying one way or the other. There's a lapse in integrity somewhere, but I wouldn't be shocked if this was like I would not be shocked. I'm not saying that I think this is it. I think it could be this, though. It's a possibility.
I definitely think it's a possibility.
I wouldn't be shocked if someone,
I think this
here, guess what? It's a rep that's doing all this. It's going in and showing them some material IDs of Hat Club because they have their ear to the street and they're just telling these folks that this is something that they should put out. Yeah, I mean, if you showed me that shit and I had a hat store and I didn't know where it was coming from and you said, hey, here's 10 designs I think you should do. And I looked at those designs, I'd be like, yeah, man, let's do it.
Yeah, let's buy them. Let's do it.
Do it right now.
Stuff. Yeah, exactly. So I just want to be careful that we're not placing blame without knowing where to place it.
Sure. And I think the solution is if you don't want someone to copy your shit, then use your logo. Because I think if you made your own logo, then someone can't just be like, I want 10 of those. Like, no, you don't own that. Right. So like if someone wanted to go and make 10 Ink Park hats or 10 Dankadelic hats, you're not going to just be able to do that. Right. So I think in the long run, if you want to be original, you save the originality to the design collective stuff. So
now
whatever. I think we're beating at this point. We're just beating dead horse. So.
No, I think it was a very valuable discussion.
Yeah.
But because I think it's balanced.
We also have different perspectives too, Leon, because you are a hat creator. You run a hat shop, and I'm just a collector, really. So we definitely do have different perspectives on this. So I think it's good to see both sides of the coin.
Yeah, and I'm not saying definitively one way or the other is what's happening.
Right.
What I am saying that is definitive is that there's a lapse in integrity somewhere.
Yeah. No, that's definitely, it's way apparent because we see like stuff, whatever. But the one you want to talk about these guys, the slides up. So
Yeah, I mean, so I have talked about Sneaker Room in the past, saying, all right, there's some original stuff here, but these are ugly.
okay.
I think the Marlins one I can deal with, but
Yeah,
the Mets and the Angels, like
that they call it butter, but that definitely looks
that
lime.
looks like Bolt. That looks like Bolt.
It just doesn't look right with the red and the blue. But yeah, I
Like
don't mind the Marlins one.
like lemon yellow. It's not butter to me.
Yeah. Well, that's what they called it on their website. So it's either a bad picture or a bad description, one of the two. But yeah, I don't like it with the red and the blue, but the black looks fine.
Well, the black too. I don't know. Is there a little bit of yellow in that World Series patch?
It looks like it to me. Yeah.
I mean, that one
It's
looks
usually
like
like a bronze, right? It's usually like a bronze or some type of orange in there, but they changed it to yellow.
yeah. Listen, the Angels one is by far the worst. Closely followed by the Mets. And then the Marlins passable. Still wouldn't buy it, but it's passable.
They're not cheap either, right? Sneaker Room's pretty expensive.
What's that?
No, they are. They're
Sneaker Room-
$50 in shipping too.
Yeah.
I think they're $50 and 15 in shipping. I think.
Yeah, I think these are 50.
But their main shit is shoes, though, right? Like they've been pretty steadily releasing hats, but their main shit is shoes, right?
I mean, they had a couple of cool looking hats, but their main stuff is, their name suggests it, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, listen, to charge $50 for a hat and $15 in shipping. I mean, come on, man. We all know how much shipping costs.
That's what I charge, but I'm in Canada, so don't kill me. Billing Creation, Sugar Skulls, Padres, some Mickey Mouse shit. I don't know what the S is. Does anyone know what the S is?
San Diego Padres.
Yeah, it's like
Just Fit is good this
1949 or something. Yeah.
Anything?
Just Fit is released that same one.
Although 49, that wasn't the Padres.
I don't think this is a real like a real actual San Diego logo.
No, this might be like a San Diego PCL team that the Padres are using as like a throwback or turn back the clock type thing.
Yeah, I'm all Sugar Skulled out though. It didn't do well in your poll, right? Did Sugar Skulls get ousted in the first round for your thing?
Yeah, but I mean, also they were the 8 seed, right? So
yeah, I'm all good on the Sugar Skulls.
I like Sugar
Ecap
Skulls.
City.
I like Sugar Skulls. I do.
I don't mind them, but I don't know. I'm just sick of seeing them. It's just like you never saw them on hats, and then for like the last year and a half, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
So, I have one from Grandstand, the White Sox. When the first time I saw it, I was like, yo, I gotta have one. But I haven't bought one since. Well, it was that one and then the neon one. The neon was a little bit different, but I don't own any NFL Sugar Skulls or anything else. But yeah. Ecap City dropped a bunch of hats. Anything stick out here? The Compton hat's always a clean hat, but they've really re-released that like 30 times.
Well, this has a green though. It's usually a gray.
Yeah, not enough to convince me to buy it again though. I have the. I think I paid way too much for mine. I bought mine from Japan.
There's really nothing here that's. I mean that Yankees one with the pink under, that one doesn't make a lot of sense. When you look at the
Cubs
patch.
one, okay. The Black Cubs, that's okay,
cool.
but I don't know.
The Black Cubs and that Braves All-Star one, like the on-field All-Star one. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But then they put the same patch on a Yankees hat, which I don't get.
Yeah, that was confusing.
I know they're not even.
They also put that St. Louis Cardinals All-Star Game patch on that other one, that other Yankees hat.
And they're ECAPs. They're not in New York, are they? They're in New Jersey, right?
They're in New Jersey, Teaneck, New Jersey.
Yeah. So I don't get that. I kind of like that Padres with the yellow.
Yeah. See, I
Yeah,
didn't.
I recently bought that. I recently bought that Padres one, but like the original one, I think it's got like a liquid chrome on it, so it's interesting to see them retro that.
Well,
We've
why,
seen-
why that colorway though? I wonder.
I don't know.
That's how it came. That's
No.
the same
You,
hat.
you think that's
how it
because
came.
there's a Chargers colorway?
No, I think they didn't they wear
No,
That would have been orange.
the orange.
orange is a bit older though. But I think for a while they wore this color, like the Adrian Gonzalez type era, late Trevor Hoffman. I think that's what they wore. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I don't remember that. But, and then we've seen that LA palm tree pink, red. That's been all over the place.
Fucking Frankenstein.
So
Yes. And then 59 Pirates, can't go wrong with that ever.
No, I love that.
That's it done right. I mean, you stick an icy blue and it totally changes the complexion of the hat. It just doesn't make
You know what? If Hat Club right now
Dude.
bought 150 of those, that Pittsburgh hat right there with the 1959 All-Star Game patch, exactly the way that is. They wouldn't do wool, they would do poly. They would sell through that in 10 minutes.
not even.
Yeah, that's a classic hat. Everyone's got to have that. Should have that hat in their collection.
Yep. 100%. 100%.
The only reason why it should be false, Jason, is you should have two: one the Rock, one the stock. That's the hat.
Yeah.
The my fitteds dropped a bunch. That albino snake one's really, really, really sharp looking.
That's glow in
It
the dark.
reminds glows in the dark too. Damn.
They've been doing a lot of glow in the dark.
Anything kind of stick out to you?
This is the glow in the dark.
I would battle that one with the that gray Orioles hat.
Yeah, but the gray Orioles doesn't glow in the dark, man.
Yeah, I guess. Anything else kind of stick out to you? Purple bottom.
I actually, you know what? If there's one thing, if there's one hat I like here, and it's going to be amazing to you guys, I'm going to say this out loud, but it would be the Yankees one.
I like this. I like the 77 World Series. I don't get the desert camo under.
Well, he's doing different shit, you know. But I think the reason why they probably went with desert camo is because of the color of the 1977 World Series thread.
Yeah.
Reminds me of something like a Terror Squadish kind of that kind of era kind of hat. This bunch of hats, they did the purple under again. They're spamming that blue with the red. That one's kind of cool. The kind of mint colored teal is kind of interesting, but I don't know.
I like that under.
Mint bottom's interesting.
Yeah.
Again, butter bottom. I cannot get behind that. I like those. I like that color bottom on the right hat. I think what he did right here is with that butter bottom and that purple and that like, I don't know what kind of blue that is, that like kind of aqua blue. Like he did it on a dark colored hat.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely. And you got to have contrast.
Dude, you got to be, let's all be honest here. Like this looks, if you take this slide, right, and it's not just about the photography. If you just take this specific set of hats and you put it up against exclusive fitteds right now, you're not going to tell me there's any chance you're spending your money with exclusive fitteds.
No, because one, these are cheaper.
Well, not even that. I'm just talking about just the product itself.
Yeah.
These don't look slapped together. They don't look the same.
They look nicer, and yeah. You can tell there's thought put into these, as opposed to just slapping a bottom on.
It's not some like, you know, assembly line. Let's just throw this patch on this, put a purple under on it, and call it a day.
Right. Oh, yeah, I just hate that they're all Yankees ones.
Me too.
We can move on from that.
More Yankees. More Yankees, and then the reverse Joker. Elephant print. You know, you love that, Pierre.
Fucking hate that.
Yeah, it's just that Kelly Green. The Kelly Green's nice. It reminds me of like a St. Patrick's Day hat.
I'm just That Subway Series patch needs to be put in a vault for like 10 years.
I love that 2000. I absolutely hate the Yankees, but that 2009 World Series patch to me is an underrated patch.
Dude, we're still waiting to see an on-field 2009 World Series Yankees hat. Nobody's doing it, and I don't know why.
I don't know either.
That's a kick-ass World Series logo, though.
It is, and I loved when they put on the Phillies hat too, even though it's a loser patch. It looked really good on that Phillies red with the icy blue.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I really like what they're doing with the Joker series with the Rays. It's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
Colors work nice there.
Yep. Tampa Bay, man, and the Florida Marlins have been getting a lot of love lately.
Well, they use the teals and the purples and.
What the fuck is that?
Got the Ecap fan.
I love Major DC. Like, what the fuck is that? Who's that guy in the back?
It's got to be a ground boat. Yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
These are the souvenir, the new souvenirs.
They did a Baltimore and a Washington one because that's where their base is, that area.
Yeah, here's the Washington with the lonely one.
I like that 1776 patch though. That's kind of cool.
All right, but the hot dog kind of.
And then the 202, like one fucking area code, like that's pathetic.
Well, it's just one city, man.
The thing is, it's like
why?
If you look at the man,
huh?
But if you look at the hats singularly, they're not as bad. But when you put them all together and you realize it's all cookie cutter together, so it's like front area codes, back, let's put a piece of food, let's have the jersey script, something to do with the map. Like it's just all cookie cutter bullshit.
I know the cities in Iowa only have one area code, right? But like out here,
dude, the entire state only has 3.
Right, the big cities out here, though, Jason, have like multiple. Like you want it to be impressive. Like look at all of our area codes, not like 202. Like it's pathetic. It's a joke.
Well, we were making one of the ones that had the crazy amount of area codes. This one has 1, and it looks pathetic too. So.
It looks worse.
Oh, it looks worse with just 1.
But what's that? But did you guys were just talking about what's the fucking hot dog mean? Like what's that got to do?
I don't know.
So all of them have a food. So all of them have like there's a sushi, there's a fucking pizza, there's a whatever. So that's
the Baltimore one.
So I guess the hot dog's more relevant to Washington. The hot dog's more relevant to Washington D.C. than like the fucking Constitution.
I guess, but ground pose is in the food spot. But yeah,
this looks like some fucking random pedophile they embroidered on the back of a hat. It doesn't. It's like fucking creepy.
It is creepy, but they have another one. So now they put the hot dog on the bottom.
Oh wow! If you didn't get your fill, and I want to be clear, I like a lot of the shit they do. This is like garbage, though.
This was a new era run, like so
this
they just
was?
New era designed it. I'm pretty sure I know the guy that designed it
with the 202 on there and stuff.
It's
like
a rough code.
They designed the template for this hat. And then they just applied the patches for the city it's from. Well,
yeah, this is garbage then. Whoever made it's garbage.
Because we've seen these hats all over the place.
I'm like so sick of these things. Like I can't even express it anymore.
At least with these.
Well, here's the thing: like you can't blame New Era for doing it because I mean, you see the ones that Hat Club did, the local icons, and they're selling on eBay for like $250, $300.
Yeah, but those look nicer though.
Yeah.
They look nicer.
Well, no, I'm not doubting that, but I'm just saying like they probably have access to the numbers. They can see Hat Club sold a fuck ton of them.
Well, but like
maybe they took their
beautiful rose, put a beautiful rose on the LA one, and like a lowrider, and it looked like nice. And that hot dog didn't even look. I can't. Yeah, honestly, if I look at that hot dog, I'm not even sure that is a hot dog.
It might be a brat.
It might be. But I'm sure when I look at the front of the Hat Club version, that's a rose.
Yeah.
This looks childish.
Well, I mean, New Era started it first.
This clip art hat. I hate clip art hat.
Yeah, but New Era started it first with the with the souvenir hats. Remember the ones we got in Asia and Europe? Those ones were really nice. And then Hat Club did their take. And this is like the worst take of those.
There's good hats coming, right?
I hope so.
Yeah. Four corner. Shout out to our guy Ron.
Is it better?
That looks like nylon though on the side.
That one is nylon. Yes, I know that one for sure.
It's got that nice sheen to it.
You're gonna need a parachute. I think this is from All the Right. Welcome to Queens. This one's too loud for me.
I have that hat.
Is this you like this hat? Pierre?
I have it. I bought this like this isn't the first time this hat released.
No, this was from.
I like their regular like toned down colors. I think they had his hat in black, but this color is kind of loud. But you know,
All the right didn't sell that hat in black.
No, isn't there one in navy?
You can see other
Yeah, we've seen that Queen sign before.
Well, the Queen's one, I believe I've only seen it. There may have been other places, but All the Right's only done that bright one that I know of.
Okay.
Oh,
Can't buy respect.
yeah, buy respect. Still can't buy the right side patch for these hats. My problem with these hats.
Can't buy it lower. I'm that high, man. That side patch is too high.
Well, it's post-production, so maybe they're trying to avoid the sweatband. I don't know.
So what happens is normally when you do a digitized file, the middle of or the end of the file usually starts in the middle, so it's very hard to see where it ends. If you know what I mean. So like the start point is the middle of it, so you don't know how low it will go. So if you're not good at post-production embroidery, you'll go higher because then you have more room for error.
Do you
So,
think
like if you're midpoint?
Do you think this is licensed?
No.
They're just buying stock on-field hats, and then post-production all the other stuff.
Yeah, so don't get too used to these, everybody.
Because I mean, if New Era could do a Ricky Ken Griffey Jr. hat, they would. They wouldn't wait for Can't Buy Respect to.
I know.
To release it, right?
That was a rhetorical question.
Oh, okay. The one at the back isn't bad. It's kind of cool, but yeah. Let's move on.
Which one? Yeah, that's
the Griffey, the running Griffey. That's okay. I mean, it's not great.
Not okay.
That back patch ain't bad. So if they put just that back patch, the Ken Griffey Hall of Fame, on the side, it wouldn't be a bad hat.
But they can't do that.
Well, they did it on the back. I'm just saying if they did.
Well, I know, but that's not. There's no way that's a licensed one.
No, I'm saying if Can't Buy Respect just took their logo and put it on the side and all the rest, it would be a better hat. That's all I'm saying.
It probably, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Fitted Hawaii, this colorway is kind of crazy. It hurts my eyes. White squatchy, red. You got the navy. You got the camo. Probably sold out though. You know, so shout out to Fitted Hawaii doing their damn thing.
Yeah, some cool hats.
They do. This one's kind of hard to look at though.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah.
Just Fitted. Had some random cartoon shit restock, and then what hat is this again? Is this the Braves?
That's the Boston Braves. Yeah.
Yeah. This isn't a common.
Or if you work for the Bronx Social, that's the Bronx B.
Yeah.
The Bronx B. Members only, Bronx B. Yeah. Cool looking hat though, without all the Bronx stuff on it. So New Era is continuing their 100-year anniversary, bringing back stuff from the 2000s that should have stayed dead, in my opinion. But Pierre, you jumped on the Boston one, and Pittsburgh too, right? You like this collection?
Yeah, I mean it's a throwback, man. I want it just for the collection.
Yeah.
Some are definitely better than the others.
It's just so loud for me, but
wild. I mean, these hats are wild. These aren't for everybody, man. But you know, I'm putting.
But like you've committed to getting all the Boston.
But I'm also putting together a set of all the 100th anniversary.
Sure.
For Boston, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you're committed to getting all the Boston ones. So you're already in.
Just like that Scarface one. I got that one. I didn't like that hat.
Did you Did you get this one yet, Pierre?
It'll be here in a couple of days.
So that's printed, right? Not embroidered.
Yeah, it's printed. I think, but they didn't put the they didn't put the sticker.
It might be embroidered. It might be
embroidered, yeah, because they didn't put the sticker on the top. They put the sticker on the undervisor, so I bet it's embroidered.
I've seen the old version of this hat. I'm pretty sure it's embroidered.
Yeah, but you really think 2020 New Era is going to do the same thing 2006 New Era was doing?
Yeah, I mean they're just bringing it back. I mean, what they're doing is they're still sewing it flat and then just assembling the hat. They're not waiting to assemble the hat then embroidering it. That'd be insane.
Yeah, sure.
I'm pretty sure 99% is stitched.
Cool.
Ryder Cup. I think Ryder Cup.
I think that's got to be, because why else would they put the New Era sticker underneath?
That's a good point.
Yeah. Ryder Cup, was Ryder Cup canceled this year?
It's postponed until next year, but they're still calling it the 2020 Ryder Cup.
Okay. It is interesting to see golf hats in 5950. I mean, that's kind of rare. Most of their stuff usually comes either flex fit or trucker, some trucker bullshit or whatever. But
yeah,
be cool if you really like golf and you want to have a legit golf hat. I mean, all the power to you.
I really like that midnight camo, navy camo, but then they threw the trucker stuff on the back of it, which I get, because these are golf hats meant to be worn on the golf course. They have to have that breathable material, and that's why they're all that diamond or spring training type material. If they would have done just a poly or wool version of these, I would have gotten that one in a heartbeat.
Yeah, is that close to Oceanside blue, Pierre? Is that like the blue almost
Azure blue? You mean Azure blue?
No, don't the Patriots use Oceanside blue?
Yeah, they do.
I guess.
Is that close?
It's like lighter.
Kind of like a light.
Yeah, it's like that color. It's like it's lighter than navy, than dark navy.
Yeah. It's not bad. I would never do the white though. That white is way too white. And if you're gonna play golf and sweat in it, I don't even know. The gray's kind of interesting, but whatever. This one, I saw this one pop up on the Cap Crawler feed. I sent it to Pierre right away, and Pierre, you couldn't run the hat crawler. Sorry, the hat crawler feed. Pierre, you couldn't buy this fast enough, right? This one has you. This one screams your name.
I love this, man. I love this hat. I bought it. I'll tell you, the Rally House.
Would you rate this?
It's hard to ring out on that website though.
Their website is pretty terrible.
Their website, it's primitive and garbage. I mean, make it easier to deal with. I mean, God, it was a nightmare. But I love this hat.
It's a cool hat.
Would you have preferred it to be mono? Or do you like the red?
Mono with the red under would look.
I think this looks good with the red visor, but I would have preferred like a gray under visor.
How would you rank this against the Googaloo gift?
Oh no, Googaloo gift. Googaloo gift over this any day. That's players' numbers from the most important World Series in Red Sox history.
Fair enough.
I do not like when they use the same color on the top and the bottom of the visor, except for maybe a black hat.
I'm with you. I mean, I don't like it ever. So I'm with you most of the way.
The only time it is tolerable is on a blackout hat, though. I would agree. Like if the hat's blacked out, okay.
I don't ever want a blacked out hat. I want to.
Oh yeah.
If it's gonna be all black, I want a gray under.
Interesting.
I want a contrast between the under visor and the brim. Wow, this shit's ugly.
That's the Scarlins hat.
This is fucking
the advertising.
I mean, this is ugly.
Yeah.
All right, who's uglier? Who's uglier? This or the Mets ex Yankees?
This.
No, I'm going with the Mets ex Yankees.
What is this?
I'd rather have this than the Mets ex Yankees hat.
Yep, I would agree.
If someone offered me a trade for my Mets ex Yankees hat, if I traded gifts,
which one? Which one, Leon? I mean, because I know you have way more than one Mets.
Yeah, I only have one, and it was a gift. So Pierre, it's a pass for you.
This, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, like I don't know why anyone would buy this. Has got to still be sitting on the site, right?
I don't know. I haven't looked at it since I first saw it. So,
well, Shoe Gallery's got.
I have. It's been in my fucking night. It's been in my fucking nightmares ever since I laid eyes on this thing. This is hideous.
Shoe Gallery took hats off their site for the last like 3 months, and this is the first one they dropped with their new website. They could have done a little better because they've had some nice stuff in the past.
If they sent Scarface was set in
Miami, yeah.
So what, man? That doesn't mean you make a hat.
If they sent it, what?
If someone sent this to me right now and said, "Hey, Pierre, please do us a favor and just post this," I'd be like, "Fuck no." I'm not littering my site, my Instagram page with this piece of shit.
Even as a gift?
I'm not mad at this hat. I don't know.
What the fuck?
I would never wear it. I'm not mad at it.
I know what I'm getting Pierre for Christmas.
I don't celebrate.
Okay. Well,
I'm just kidding. I do celebrate. I don't want this fucking hat.
Yeah. Well, let's see if there's a 7 1/4 left.
Nah, man.
Funny story though. Someone did try to put this hat in one of the groups that we're in. I was like, "Yo, $85."
Oh yeah. They're like, "Oh man, how much? What was the retail on this thing?"
45.
Should have been
$40. $45. They were like $85. Come get it.
But it was still full size run on the website.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got punted so fast.
Who needs a fucking proxy to hit like purchase on a website other than someone who is burning through credit cards?
I mean, I do usually because the shipping.
They don't ship to Canada. Yeah.
Fucking Scarface Marlins bullshit.
Ryan, get yourself a 5/8.
These guys
continue.
Strikes again with their fucking white on whites.
They're whiteouts.
Nah, man.
I mean, you might see these kind of designs in other major hat retailers coming eventually. But
oh wow, thank you.
I don't know why the white on white.
Thank you for the scoop, Leon. Like, what is that supposed to mean?
You just might see hats that kind of look like this with other hat vendors that I work closely with. I don't know.
This with fucking white on white?
Not optic white, but college white, like off white. Yeah.
Try to talk them out of it.
It's already been submitted.
I don't even know who you're talking about, but whoever it is, please try to see if it can be reversed.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it off air. But I don't know why I don't know why they got to white out the logo though. That's just an extra white.
Because they are white logos normally though.
I guess
putting them on a white hat.
No, my problem isn't the white crown. I mean, I try to avoid white crowns, but my problem is the white logo on the white crown.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That looks terrible.
Yeah. I'm not saying the white crown part. So I just want to make sure that I'm not
representing the double white hats. Double white hats are not coming out anywhere else. So you don't gotta worry about. I'm just saying, like this kind of look where it's white crown, different color.
Yeah,
like the two-tone white crown hat is going to come out.
All right,
right. Not the double white. The double white is a little too much.
I thought you were saying double white. That's what I thought you were talking.
No. Topper Z Store. That golden LA hat is not bad, but they ruined it with a palm tree.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, at least this one doesn't have that fucking penguin ball.
Right.
We do have to figure out why people are obsessed with using the fucking White Sox with that fucking logo. We need to figure that out.
I mean, it is a cool all-star game.
Did Frank Thomas win like MVP of the All-Star? Like what is it?
What year is that?
I think it's 13, I believe.
Probably some weird shit like Ozzie Guillen like spit out a sunflower seed in the third inning. Of that game. Like it's like now we're just trying to find reasons to use these things on the wrong hats.
Like we've
But-
seen this though.
That Boston
ain't the first
Braves
time.
one is pretty nice. That's got a red under.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
The Spurs one's interesting. That patch is huge. That LA one's very weird. So it's got the current 50 or 60 year anniversary, but it's got the big ass LA. And
We
then,
threw a white squatchy on there just for good measure.
yeah, I don't know why it's got a white nipple. And then the Mets has like the world's smallest side patch on it. It's like the size of like a polo logo. You know, they're a little bit rough. I like Topper Z store usually, but these are kind of misses for me. Jay, you want to talk about these?
Not really. This is just
Norwich.
Sea Unicorns are clearing out some inventory. They did a little like full collection or full on-field collection like pack.
All right.
On their
Is
website.
it cheaper then?
I don't know.
own any stuff. It's not bad. I mean, I think this is our friend Casey's work.
Bat Club
right?
did a couple of cool alternate colorways with gray unders.
Yeah, I got a couple of those, but
These ones scream grandiose to me though.
they are brand new.
Yeah.
But this organization probably won't make it.
This would be one of the ones that are cut. Yep.
This is gonna be one that's cut. I've been there. It used to be the Connecticut Tigers.
Yeah. Pretty much anything Class A and below is
the
getting.
Norwich Navigators.
Yeah.
Like they've had a long history, but they're not gonna make it. There's no way.
Team Collective dropped a couple Mickey Mouse hats, pink bottom, Mickey over there on the left, and the Bulls one. The Bulls one reminds me of like those old Disney collabs with those like kind of like sweaters or crew necks. So
Yep.
I ended up grabbing both of these. They sold out right away, and then they jumped right to pre-order. So shout out to Kevin.
Yeah, I like both of them.
Big Dave dropped a little 3-pack on the Capologists. So these are obviously inspired by the Houston Oilers. So they used to play in the Astrodome, and the nickname of the Astrodome used to be the House of Pain. So he's calling it the House of Pain pack. Yeah. So if you like Moonwalkers, go to the capologists.com. Clink Room. Clink Room had a really strong week, I think. Marlon, our friend Marlon Two Bowls dropped another one. Designed with Casey, I believe. I made a joke with him that he's got to have like 9 smaller bulls on the side because of all the kids he has. He laughed. The Pink Koi's a pass to me. The God of Gods is kind of a pass to me. The Black Sheep's really nice.
I love that.
Black Sheep's. Yeah, that's is that Aurelian or one of those
That's him.
guys, right? Yeah.
You know what's weird? His are the only. Hey, you know what's weird about his? When you go on the production tracker, on Clink Room, his Medusa and that Devil are still not. They still haven't landed, but they should have.
So it might have been like a swatch thing. Maybe they.
I hope it's not like Lot Monsters.
Oh, where it's just going to get denied.
What happened to Lot?
Lot Monsters got gunned down. New Era didn't approve.
After the pre-order?
Yeah. Yep.
After the pre-order? Oh, so everyone just got refunded?
Yeah.
Or store credit.
Interesting. So they're selling stuff before they're been approved? That's crazy.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
Because they want to see if they meet the minimum first.
Right.
They've been very transparent about that process.
And they've outlined it completely on their website. Like there's a chance that these don't get approved, and if they don't, you'll get your money back.
Right.
Yeah.
And Casey even talked about it when we interviewed him.
Yeah.
Maybe I wasn't paying attention. But that's
you were probably
new league start.
You were researching an animal fact for whatever the next segment was.
Like this one here.
Yeah.
The Italian Stallion. Very rare for a horse to have tricolor hair. The tail, I mean.
Maybe where you're from.
Interesting to see like what kind of pizzas. I know I saw one was like a swinging pizza guy from Heliel Studios. Shout out to Peter. Um, but pizza, man, they're keeping with the food themes. So
I like I do like home slice.
It's it. Yeah, that one is growing on me.
That one's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I just don't know, like, why another food focused league?
Maybe they're going with like an Italian theme.
No, this one didn't say that. So like, I will give them credit. The other one, the Taco League did talk about, like, going outside of tacos themselves and that sort of thing. But this one was pretty, I don't know, man. It was.
I've heard that several people are coming up with ideas for this, so we'll see.
Oh man, gosh, man, I can't wait.
How obscene is that gesture, though? Is that a very obscene gesture? Is that?
I'm not Italian or nor a horse.
I think that means
I don't know.
I think that means fuck you in Italian, right? When you do this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a pretty obscene gesture, I think. So,
well, if there's one,
who knows
if there's a runner up to Lot Monsters for getting knocked out by a New Era, this would be it.
Yeah.
But New Era is also smart enough not to be smart enough to figure that one out. But we'll see.
Really, Leon? If three morons like us can figure it out, I think.
Jason didn't catch it at first.
No.
If Jason's stamping approved on everything, approved.
No,
he might not. Hey, there's times when we've seen stuff get approved by New Era. I'm like, what the hell? They don't catch it on until the flyback, until the reorder comes in. Like the diplomats with the eagle holding the guns. That went through the first time, but when they try to put it in again, they're like, nah, you caught us once.
I'm surprised they even checking on a reorder. Anyway.
Well, they check it harder. Sometimes it's harder to get it reordered than it is the first order.
Wow.
So, but we made it. That was almost 2 hours of fitted news. So if you made it this long, bless you. We have 45 people in here and participating, so that's pretty awesome. Yeah. Jason, did you have fun making the slides last week? I feel like, I don't want to accuse you, and I don't want to cause any friction, but I feel like you may have done some 1-2 skip a few, because that slideshow was a lot longer than your slideshow last week.
So what I did is I grouped. I kept each store to a maximum of 3 slides. Okay. So I put a lot more hats per slide than you did.
Slide. Your per hat slideage was a lot higher. Okay.
Yep.
Fair
Max to 3 slides.
I'm not criticizing
per store.
Well, we didn't do our.
I'm not criticizing.
We didn't do our keepers or sleepers and our weepers, didn't we?
We didn't cover those. So what was I supposed to make those?
Yeah, we were putting them in line. We're going to start putting them in line with the slides.
Well, no, I think it is better to do it at the end, honestly, because I think it was smoother that way.
Okay.
But, I think we kind of got our feelings across, but I think next week we'll make sure that we're back to like the regular structure, right, of keeper, sleeper, weeper.
Okay.
But
I wasn't sure. I thought we were supposed to talk about it, but then, I mean, we could talk about it. I have them right here. We could just say them since we already saw them, so we can. I mean, I can find it.
No, we're good. I think we're good. I think we can post them later, but
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Did you guys want to jump into the topic real quick before we wrap up?
Yeah.
Sure. So like hot topics. Is the MLB side patch undervisor craze coming near an end, right? More or less. Is that the topic? Pierre, do you want to
I think
intro
more
it?
about I
think he just froze a little bit.
Did I freeze or no?
No. Go ahead.
No. So, really it's about just really quick kind of going through what our thoughts are on, the MLB craze right now, because there's talk out there about a lot of people love MLB. They love the undervisor craze. They love the side patch craze. I'm one of those people. But there's a lot of folks out there wondering how much longer it's going to last. And, I think we all have different takes on it. I personally think it's going to last I don't think it's over yet.
I don't think so either. I mean, given how the Pink Martini collection went today, it's definitely not over. Given that even some of those things from exclusive fitteds are selling out within minutes, it's not over, unfortunately. But
I think there's going to be hangers on, right? There's going to be people that are hanging on.
Oh, sure. I mean, we still have some stores producing sneaker matches. We know that thing's been dead for a decade.
See, like, I think it depends. Like, the customer bases right now, it's about where do they want to spend their money. So, like, right now, a smart business decision isn't to put out a bunch of minor league baseball.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm not saying that I want minor league baseball. I want to be clear. You guys know that I want minor league baseball. I love it. I love when Hat Club does it because it's not a black under. You know, I just like that old minor league stuff. But I mean, I kind of understand why you're not going to put your money there.
No, I mean,
business.
They are running a business. So yes, they're going to sell what sells. And as a collector, yes, I would like to see more minor league baseball, more variety in these hats. Because right now we're getting a bunch of major league baseball side patch alternative UV hats. That's what's selling. So they're going to keep making what's selling. I can't blame them. I just wish that wasn't the trend.
What do you think about this? What do you think about this, Jason? So minor league baseball, we've heard Hat Club talk a little bit about, you know, maybe having alternate UVs on minor league baseball, right?
Yeah.
And then that being almost like a gateway drug to, you know, to like, let's say this. So you've got, because we don't all want everyone to jump on minor league baseball because it make it hard for all of us to get. And I get that, the selfish reasons, but if you take something that's really popular with folks that aren't engaged with hats as a whole, so
right,
like some of these kids that are just in the hats right now because of the UVs, the side patches, and what's fashionable right now, right? Then you throw like new undervisor colors on minor league baseball retro logos that look super cool.
Yep.
Right. Then the UV craze calms down. It goes back to gray and green. Now you have a lot more people engaged in minor league baseball logos. Then companies say, okay, now we have a legit reason to make more minor league baseball logos.
Yeah. Hopefully that happens, but I don't think it will. Unfortunately, I don't think that the minor league baseball alternate UV thing is going to do as well as the major league ones, because everybody, whether you're a baseball fan or not, you at least recognize the team that's on a major league baseball hat. You can say, oh, that's a San Francisco Giants. Or,
well, what's your definition of being successful, though? What's your definition of being successful? My definition of being successful with this, specifically the undervisors on the alternate UVs on minor league baseball, is getting, my definition of success is getting different people engaged with minor league baseball, and then it transitioning into more people appreciating, understanding, and wanting more of those logos on their hats. Because at some point, people can only have so many New York Yankee, Boston Red Sox, Atlanta Brave, those hats at some point, you know, I don't know, man. I feel like the alternate UVs is going to engage different people, get them into minor league baseball. And I think minor league baseball is also a gateway to more custom jobs, meaning because they're closer, they're in between these very clean baseball-like logos. They almost look like stuff you get in Clink Room or Design Collective or these other places where you can get this custom stuff. It's almost like it could shift things and balance things out a little bit.
Yeah, it could. I don't think it will.
I feel like Hat Club has done a really good job at having multiple markets kind of converge into one place. So you got people coming off of the snapback craze, the fashion hats, the New York kids, right? You got the seasoned collectors, like that would represent, you know, usually they're only buying their teams. Maybe they have one or two of the other teams. but like now they're getting sucked in, right? And you're getting everyone kind of meet in the middle, and they're getting good on that. But I think the guys that we can kind of the guys and girls that we can kind of characterize as people who love the MILB stuff. A lot of people just want it to be left alone, though. They want to see it retroed, but they don't really want to see it played around with. I think. I don't know. So we'll see.
No, I think you're. I think
next move is a hat.
I think you're right about that. My definition of success is different than yours. Mine.
No, for sure.
Mine is about how do you get more people to want it.
I don't know if you'll ever be able to do that.
What's that?
I don't know if you'll ever be able to do that.
We'll see. I mean, I never really liked MLB that much.
No one. I don't think the average consumer thought you could put a pink bottom on a man's hat and it would sell.
Yeah, true.
With different side patches, you didn't think that you would need a new hat because it had a different side patch.
I certainly don't want that to come across as misogynist. I'm saying, I don't. I mean,
No, I know what you're saying. Nobody thought a pink undervisor would do well.
We saw it happen with the New Era Australia. So late, I think it was like Friday night, or even Thursday night. New Era Australia put out their pink bottom collection.
Yeah. They put down a pink. Who would have thought that?
Yeah, and then I think one of the Aussies was saying like this is extremely bold because a lot of us are really, really masculine over here, and we were not really willing to wear pink.
Mm-hmm.
They said something like that. So, I mean, we'll see. Trends change, styles change, but there is going to be a definite appetite to see other stuff because as more stores, I think, try to copy Hat Club, it just kind of cheapens it. So it's like, okay, what's the next flavor? Like, what's the next move? So it could be MILB. Justin said multiple times he's doing his take on some MILB teams, but there's thousands upon thousands of logos you can play with. So
right,
I mean, it's like unlocking the level.
I just think to the fashion or the average consumer, not the seasoned sports fan collector. The MILB stuff. I don't know how that's going to draw them in.
We'll see. I mean, if you're a sports fan, maybe you start like little by little.
The MILB is not what's going to draw them in, guys.
No,
the undervisor color will.
No, that's what I'm saying. The MILB alternative, unders. I don't know if that's going to draw them in as much because they won't be able to identify with the team. I'm obviously being pessimistic and skeptical.
Who knows? I mean, like
I hope it does draw more people to those logos, so stores start producing more of those logos. But
I can tell you, amongst our circles, amongst people that are used to seeing the logos, we're getting bored of seeing the same logos. So the MLB stuff, if you apply that same kind of, that design of like that creative colorway, whether it's, John from My Fitteds or, Justin John from Hat Club, if they start using those creative powers and using those logos and make them unique, it could just be a breath of fresh air, right? So, I mean, there's going to be people, and we definitely feel it amongst our friends. We're like, okay, so this hat is amazing, but we keep seeing the same Cardinal logo or
but I don't live in that bubble, man. So like I have close friends, you guys are amongst my close friends, especially in the hat community. I don't live in that bubble though. I'm also like looking at everything else. So I do understand there's a thirst for minor league baseball amongst collectors, but I also am able to kind of discern what other folks are looking for. And what they're looking for is they're still looking for these alternate UV colors.
Yeah.
I mean, just because my circle of friends is tired of it, I'm not naive enough to believe that everybody else is too.
No. I mean,
the vast majority of people are playing catch up, and you can see it because by the time they get their hats in, half of them are selling it either to make money.
Some people sometimes are believing that are overvaluing their circle in terms of where the market is going or where it's at.
Sure.
I don't do that. I agree with most everything Jason says. I agree with almost everything you say. My circle of friends in the hat community, I agree with most everything they say. But I know that we're such a small segment of it. I never get too vested.
Sure.
I never get too vested in any movement that happens in my inner circle.
Yeah.
For sure.
So,
like the buying habits you see regular guys that we interact with outside of our like regular friends, I feel like they're just trying to catch up. So they're just buying up. They're buying up stock. They're just whatever. And by the time they get it, it's just like they're selling most of it. They either lie and say it doesn't fit right or whatever. Like they treat it different.
I could be wrong, but I'm just going to summarize what my thought is, and then I'll let you guys kind of summarize yours, and we can wrap up, right?
Mm-hmm.
My thought is this, is that in general, right now, you have a captive audience. In the hat world, there's a captive audience, and right now they're captivated by alternative UV colors.
Mm-hmm.
That's clear.
Yes, for sure.
With that, I think there's been a real saturation in the number of MLB combinations made with those UV colors and side patches. That's factor number 2. Factor number 3 is MILB is an untapped resource out there to engage customers with. Now you take factor 1, which is everyone wants different UV colors. Factor 2, which is that MLB saturation is at an all-time high. There's very few combinations that I know there's still more, but it's not like it used to be. It's like a lot of people are overwhelmed by it now. You now have MLB. You can pull that trigger right now. And it's only upside, because even when the UV craze calms down, if you've gotten people into MILB logos and the thought of MILB logos, and you use the UV color as the vehicle, you now have an opportunity to not only sell MLB hats, but minor league hats. And minor league hats to me are a natural gateway to custom hats like Clink Room, Design Collective. Design Collective got destroyed. I have 11,000 followers or 12,000 followers. They got destroyed by Pink Lemonade. Okay?
Yeah, that's crazy.
There's going to be a shift. I'm telling you, there's going to be a shift. And Major League Baseball's, I'm just going to wrap this up, Jason, then you can go, okay? There's going to be a major shift, I believe, where MLB is always going to be big. Always going to be big. But I think there's going to be a shift that's going to balance the playing field a little bit across MILB and customs. That's what I believe. That's mine. So that's kind of my thoughts in summary. Jason, did you want to share yours?
Yeah, so I get what you're saying, and I think at this point, I really don't even know if it will matter what logo they put on the front of the hat, as long as it is one of these custom colorways. I'm just not sure if beyond that, it will pique the interest for these logos into the more traditional style of hat. So that stores will start producing more of those. I'm just not convinced that will happen. I think some stores could slap the poo emoji in one of these colorways and it would sell out immediately. I don't really know if it matters
with the walnut UV.
With the walnut well, no, it's got to be a pink, icy, whatever these.
Talking about those New York stores that do the team describe hats, basically, because that's what it may as well be, a poo emoji for us.
Right. I mean, those are flying, right? So I don't really even know if it matters what the logos are. So I'm hoping it does draw more interest to this treasure trove of logos that's out there, and it will lead stores to start creating more of those. I'm just not sure it will. Once the colors go away.
Thanks, Jason. Leon, how about you before we wrap up?
I just think we're in a golden age of fitteds, So like before, we were really, really dependent on waiting for MLB's designers to come out with what we wanted to buy, and we were, if you're a collector, a major collector of the team, you'd buy it whether you liked it or not. So This is the first year we actually really got to skip that. We didn't have to, forcibly buy Memorial Day, Mother's Day, 4th of July, all that bullshit. So it was a little bit refreshing. Hopefully MLB comes back stronger next year with better designs. I know there's some stuff in the works for that. Can't talk about it anymore further than that, but we'll see. I mean, right now the power is in the designer's hands. We've never had a time where we've known, like, personally, who handles what. Before it's kind of a waiting game to see what kind of releases. So it is an interesting time. So we'll see. So hopefully, this serves as a way for stores to get tapped in to what the customers want, and we can be that voice for the customers. So it'll be interesting to see where it goes.
Nice. Well, this was a good show. 2 hours.
It was a good show. 2 hours. The news in 2 hours. We didn't talk about nothing political, nothing that's going on, but we talked cats for 2 hours, and I wouldn't do it with anyone else. So
yeah, it was good show. And I want to thank everyone for a high level of engagement too, even the folks that were kind of watching.
Lots of comments,
a lot of comments and stuff. I loved it, man.
Yeah.
So for those that didn't hear earlier in the show, Jason Meads changed his handle 7 times in the last day or so.
Yep.
We've now landed on Hat Crawler.
We have.
With a great new logo. So make sure if you're tagging or you're following, make sure that you're using that new handle for Jason. And other than that, I think this is a really good show. I think we're gonna have some more good stuff coming up. Leon, do you wanna take us away?
Yeah, we'll be back Wednesday. Next week is week 23. We'll be back Wednesday. We'll probably be doing a top 5 in both the Martini collection and the Campfire collection live on IG. We'll try to make sure we'll put that on YouTube as well.
I'm gonna do top 10 on the. I'm gonna do top 10 on the Martini, top 5 on the Campfire.
Okay. But yeah, it's always fun to count them down. Whether or not they're going to be put on pre-order or not, we'll still count them down for you guys. But yeah, other than that, stay fitted. We will catch you guys soon.
All right, cool. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.